if you're still here on day 3, it means you didn't run. Good. Because today is the question you've been avoiding. Was it real? Or was I just convenient? You don't just miss them, you're questioning your own judgment. Did they ever love me? Were the promises real? Did I imagine the connection? Was I blind? Was I stupid? And that question hurts more than the breakup. Let me say something clearly. When trust breaks, the brain doesn't just lose a person, it loses certainty. And the human brain hates uncertainty more than pain. Uncertainty activates the anterior cingulate cortex, the same region involved in physical pain and conflict detection. Your brain is literally scanning for answers. It wants a narrative. It wants clarity, because clarity feels like control. And right now, you feel out of control. You replay moments. You zoom into tiny details. That time they hesitated. That tone shift. That text that felt different. You're auditing the entire relationship, not because you're obsessive, but because your brain is trying to repair a broken reality. When betrayal happens, the brain experiences something called cognitive dissonance. Two realities collide. They loved me. They hurt me. Your mind cannot hold both easily, so it tries to choose one. Either they never loved me, or I wasn't enough. And the second one is more dangerous, because it turns pain inward. Listen carefully. Most people don't lie about loving you. They lie about their capacity, about their maturity, about their consistency, about who they are under pressure. Someone can feel real emotion and still not be able to sustain it. That doesn't make you foolish. It makes them unstable. But here's the deeper wound. You're not just asking if they were real. You're asking if you were. If the version of you that loved them was naive. If your vulnerability was weakness. If your hope was stupidity. No, it was courage. And courage always feels embarrassing when it's not reciprocated. Let's talk psychology. When we attach, we don't just bond to a person. We bond to a future projection. Trips not taken, conversations not finished, versions of ourselves we imagined becoming. When the relationship ends, the brain grieves. The person, the routine, the emotional regulation, the imagined future. That last one hurts the most, because you don't get closure for something that never happened. You're grieving a ghost. But here's the shift. Instead of asking, was it ever real? Ask, what was real for me? Your love was real. Your effort was real. Your loyalty was real. Your emotional investment was real. Their inconsistency does not erase your authenticity. Read that again. Sometimes the relationship was real, and it still wasn't right. Sometimes the love was real, and it still wasn't healthy. Sometimes the connection was real, and it still wasn't sustainable. Reality does not equal compatibility. Emotion does not equal alignment. Chemistry does not equal character. You don't need to rewrite the past to heal. You need to accept that two things can be true. They cared, and they couldn't show up. You loved, and you deserved more. That's not weakness, that's growth. Here's where relief begins. You don't need to decide today whether it was real. You only need to decide this. Will I keep questioning my worth, or will I question their capacity? Shift the direction of inquiry. That's power. You feel disoriented because your identity wrapped around them, but identity can expand again. Right now, your nervous system is recalibrating. The pain is not proof that you were wrong. It's proof that you were attached, and attachment can be rewired. You want relief? Here's something practical. Tonight, instead of replaying arguments, write 2 lists. List 1, what I gave. List 2, what I tolerated. That second list will wake you up, because often the pain of losing them is smaller than the pain you endured staying. You were not crazy. You were invested. You were not stupid. You were hopeful. You were not blind. You trusted. And trust is strength, not stupidity. Stop interrogating your worth. Start evaluating your standards. If they couldn't rise to meet you, that is not evidence you were too much. It's evidence they were not enough. This is day 3, the day you stop rewriting history to blame yourself, the day you allow the past to be real without letting it define your value. Tomorrow, we talk about anger, and that one will liberate you. If this hit something deep, comment, "It was real for me." And if you're still here, you're stronger than you think. Keep going.